How's it going, guys? So today I am deleting my fire team. Now if you take a look at my fire team here, you can tell that it's obviously a fire evade team, and you might be wondering why Yuffie isn't on this team. Well, part of my thought process on making teams is that I want to include at least two different attack types, and in this case I wanted to include physical and magic. Sometimes I might include like slash and missile, for example, but I wanted to include physical and magic. And that's mostly because you might go up against a tank that's suited against exactly one thing, and if you have three of the same attack type, then you're pretty much out of luck when it comes to that. Okay, so let's do the honors and just delete the team right now. Okay, so obviously I'm not deleting the units. I would not do that because I spend my hard-earned Vizier on these units. But part of the reason that I wanted to do this is because it's class match season again, and I think this is an opportunity for me to use other units, especially other units that I don't really get a chance to use and that I haven't really gotten a chance to use. So I'm really just trying to force myself to use units that I haven't used. So let's go into my unit screen, and what I did was I bookmarked a bunch of units that I wanted. They're kind of sort of in this order. A bunch of units that I kind of wanted to use, like not particularly any relation to each other. I just picked a bunch of units that I'm like, man, I kind of want to use that in PvP and see how they go. Some of the units are just free units like Bartz, Edward, and Queen. They're just units that were just free and I built them and I never really used them. So one of the other things is I was playing Tower and I was like, oh, this unit's part of my lightning team, this unit's part of my wind team, so I kind of just made a mental note that, hey, I might want to use that team member at one point. Then we have people like Glaciela and we have Hyo, who are just like 100 cost units, which I think are very good. Glaciela I have used a bit, and I kind of saved, so for both of these units I kind of saved up a while to build them either with tokens or with the daily shards or what have you. So I kind of like tried to expedite them to 140, 120 or 140, but I just never really got a chance to use them. And then there's units like Dwayne, who is just like an old unit that I finally built up after like 2 years or however long it's been. So kind of want to just use him. I have Luelle, who just got a Transcendence, which might make her good against the current state of affairs in the game. And then there's just other units that have just been lying around that I kind of just wanted to use, and they might not be the best units, but I kind of just want to use them. So I kind of have an idea of what I wanted to use already, and it ended up being 3 magic users. So I kind of said, you know what, let me try to include a physical person in there as well. So I was thinking Addison Rae, Elena, and Luelle. But I think I might swap out Elena for Bartz. I'm not even sure if this is a good idea, because I'm not sure if Bartz is necessarily like a DPS or anything like that. And the thing is, if I use Bartz too, I haven't transcended him, and I do want to transcend Luelle because I feel like she gets a decent amount from the transcendence. So we'll have to see. I don't even know if I have enough Mind Spheres to do so, but it should be fine considering I can use whatever Mind Spheres to do that. Alright, so I'm going to take a little bit of time here and just decide on that and just sort of make the team and put on the vision cards and all that stuff. And then I might do a little bit of arena testing, and then we're just going to throw them into class match and see. So a little bit of a disclaimer, I think my class match is in silver. I haven't played class match for like the last 5 or 6 class matches. I basically just play one match just so I could get my reward, but I just haven't been wanting to play class match. So I'm gonna put this team together and we're gonna start the class match. So let's see how this turns out. Alright guys, so this is what I ended up with. I decided to go with Hyo instead of Bartz just because he was already reincarnated or transcended, and I transcended my Luelle. Gotta say this team is pretty okay. It's not too bad so far. In terms of the vision card, I definitely could not get a lot of things to align super well. So I kind of just went with things that I thought might work you know, I saw some like slash piercing, I saw some magic attack up, I saw you know, I included speed, so I tried to include different things where I could actually make use of that. Kind of ends up by kind of luck that every unit has some kind of way to heal, so that can be good in a way. We have, I think, re-rage removal on heal. Heal has courage. We have a pretty decent amount of defense on Well, and I decided to give her the Gamia coat to give her a little bit of spirit. And let me just double check that this zombie transformation is on. It is on. So I tested a couple of times in arena. So the thing that I noticed is that Hyo decided to like do his AoE buff like 3 or 4 times, or 2 or 3 times, probably like 3 times in most cases. So I kind of changed the formation up a bit to kind of help with that. So he would only cast it once. Then he does cast bells, so that's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, I think I kind of like using these three units together. Again, the vision cards aren't super lining up super well, but I have 3 vision abilities. It just happen to be, and then TMRs. I tried to have a lot of penetration on that if I could. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, so we shall see how we do with this. And mind you, again, I'm still in silver because I haven't really touched class match in a while. I'm doing this on auto. I didn't even mess with the matching settings, but I probably want to do auto versus auto, just in case this one isn't auto versus auto. So we'll see what happens there. I'm kind of excited to see how this team does against class match level opponents. So matching is taking a little bit longer than I would have thought. So maybe I'll cancel here and just double check that it's auto versus auto. Alright, let's see if this helps anything. I mean, in theory, it should hurt things, but I'm kind of just looking at my total attack and magic power, and that's actually pretty high. It's higher than I would have expected. I don't necessarily find those stats to be meaningful because depending on what your strategy is, you can just get around that. But yeah, those are actually pretty high. I have been working a lot on my trust stones lately, but I definitely don't have them maxed in terms of the added abilities. I do have good added abilities. They're not perfect, and they're also not maxed. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. It feels like, I don't know, maybe people are done with class match, maybe people are asleep. It is late at night, but I do have an hour left, probably more than an hour left, so I'm not really sure. Okay, there we go. So going by attack and magic power, it looked like I was a little bit higher on magic power because of magic power. But we shall see how this goes. Xiza, that's interesting. Haven't seen Xiza in 5 ever. Alright, so yeah, that's what he kept doing like a million times in a row, so hopefully he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do it anymore. Wasn't really expecting Addison to run ahead of everyone. I think if anyone is my tank, it's gonna be Luel.
Is my power alone not enough?
Freaking edgelord heal.
There's no way you can follow my movements.
Alright, heal. I want you to run up in there. Not to the, oh my god, not to the gap, dude. But he might actually run around and try to hit Fina, so.
Our bonds can become power.
So that's not the best ability, but it does give resistance up. And one of those was dark resistance up, so hopefully that helps. Okay, Addison took a big hit, but she did survive. Xiza's a little too far away to do anything.
No holding back.
This boy is doing the... Oh, I need to disable that. Is he on Knight? I thought I set him up on his own main job. So that's not good. Right. Looks like Hyo was going again, so that agility up did help a lot. And there goes Fina. Addison can do some damage here, or she could just heal if she wants. Okay, well. Light against dark, that's what happens. Alright, so Addison's probably going down. Not much damage on Hyo. Nice, 20 AP down, that looked like.
Just give up.
So the reason I put triple trick on was because that, I think that gives either slash or defense piercing. Not necessarily for the ability. Ooh, that healing power down affected me quite a bit, but I'm still alive, so I get that hit, and so that was pretty good. I like that.
Lies ever forward.
I kind of just like I like this kind of stuff. It's just using like a random team and having them work. And again, I know I'm in silver, and there's a lot of room for me going up against a bad player or anything like that, but I kind of like how that worked. I don't like how they grouped around that little gap on the map, but in a way it kind of helped them to buff up a little bit more. So maybe that was worth it. Okay, we got Salire. I eat burger. What a funny name. 4,000 magic. So again, it looks like I have them beat when it comes to raw stats. So we'll see how that goes. Mr. I Eat Burger. Okay, so we might be able to do a little bit more damage with heal.
Why do we have to fight so many enemies?
And they actually have 2 healers on their team. Well, a tank healer and then a healer. So we'll see how they do. Oh good, I think Hyo actually has something to break haste. And it's the same move that breaks re-raise.
Is my power alone not enough?
What an interesting fight.
Our bonds can be.
So yeah, part of this making this team also is just using free units and just like units that everybody has. Hyo might be a little bit different, but he is standard pool. So both of these units are standard pool or just free, so everybody should have access to them. That did nothing. Fryevia is a monster. Okay, Hyo, I need you to get in there, buddy. Guard haste. Ooh, that looks dangerous. That looks extremely dangerous. If Hyo doesn't do big damage here, this is going to be a problem. Okay, that was pretty good damage. So we need a follow-up. And it looks like they might get a heal in.
Don't give up on me now.
Oof. It's okay because Hyo is coming up again. Okay, that was really good against Salire. Meteor. Barely survived that.
Nothing stops my blade.
Alright, goodbye Fryevia. And what does Addison do here? Get something big here, please. Well, she's gonna kill Salire, I think. Alright, good. She hits both of them. Slade, that's right. Alright, so nice. We landed the slow on both of them. Salire went down, obviously, and Velis is down, so that was looking a little scary for a second there. That Fryevia was pretty crazy. But that's why I kind of just say, like, that's kind of why I try to go with different attack types, because if I would have been all magic, I would have been done for. A Fryevia would have destroyed me. Alright. So far so good. The matches have gotten fast, so that's good. And so far I'm liking this team a lot. I think Addison Rae is a really good unit that can really bring some good support to the team. She hasn't really been using the courage, but I guess he always doing his own courage. Alright, so we have a dark team, so hopefully Luel decides to use Earthen Invocation. But also I do like her agility up. I forgot what it's called. Okay, protect, that's good. Invocation of free action, so AP up and agility up, so it's not even enough that he has bells. So going by the power of this team, they weren't looking super strong, so I wouldn't be surprised if we win this. Even though they have like really good units, I wouldn't be surprised if we win this. And yeah, I've seen people using Lemure more often, and she looks like she's so good with her AoE haste and her healing abilities and all that stuff. Time Mage. Okay. I think she has re-raise. Someone popped re-raise, but I think Hyo can remove re-raise. Okay, there's the re-raise removal, but he did a lot less than I was expecting him to. I think Raph is going to get a good hit in here. And there's the heal. Addison might go down. Alright, Addison down. This is not looking good. Yeah, 20 is not really that much on a mage, but she did just use her limit burst, so we'll see. Big hit by Hyo and the healing power down. Hopefully that makes a difference there, but not looking super good, to be honest. Not looking super good. No courage. Yeah, that power down did nothing. Alright, I think this is going to be a loss right here. The dark team is super duper strong. Like I said, she has ways to heal, but that's not going to be enough. No sir. It looks like I'm the one that got hit with the healing power down. Okay. That's definitely a loss. Good things about that is that at least I did the re-raise move, so didn't get down to that much life, but it did work, so it's there. I don't know if I got courage. I guess I got courage removed at some point, because he always does that AoE buff. I think that's where he gets the courage from. Alright, so his attack pretty much is the same as my magic. So this might be a tough one. Okay, this is a mixed team on their part.
I will decide the fate of our enemies. Stand aside.
Yeah, so just seeing a water unit on the other team makes me feel a little bit scared, but hopefully, I mean, They have 3 very good units, so they should give me a run for my money for sure. And Nameless is a really good name from King of Fighters. Alright, there's the dark resist up, but this is not a dark team. Alright, so we got first blood, and we actually did some good damage. Alright, here comes Glaciela. Oh, she didn't do much. Physical shield, though. Still alive. Good, good, good. Alright, let's get a double hit here. No double hit. Okay. Alright, please finish Glaciela off. No. Please finish Glaciela off. Courage remove. Good. Now Hyo kind of has free reign. Ooh, he's kind of like way out of position, so that kind of ends up hurting him. Blade Blitz kills Addison. It doesn't end up hurting him like Sterne. It ends up hurting the team is kind of what I mean. It looks like he might be in position for a good attack here. And no courage. So I gotta double check that buff to see if it puts on courage. I thought it did. And he has no courage. Oh, he has re-raise. So let's see if he can one-shot me. Or maybe two-shot if he gets 2 turns. Yeah, 2 turns. Oh, re-raise. Oh, he took off re-raise. Oh. Someone took off re-raise. I'm still trying to figure out who has what with the re-raise and the courage and the removals. So I don't really know off the top of my head. And again, these units I'm kind of just learning to use them, so I'm not entirely sure. Let me just double check Hyo's buff. Because I'm pretty sure he was getting courage before, but now he isn't. And do I want him on Knight? Like, why did I put Knight on? What was it? Beast Roar? That doesn't turn on courage. I could swear he turned on courage before. Oh, this one. No. No, yeah, this is the one. So he has to do this. You know what? Let me turn off bells. And let me... I was thinking to put him on Lancer just so he could have more range. But he actually has a couple of good attacks here. Slow. And agility down. Let's just try the main job. And then let's turn off bells. Because he's basically getting AP off of Luel. So I feel like bells might be a little redundant. And then hopefully he does that courage buff. Because even if courage can be removed, maybe the courage removal attack would actually do less damage than whatever else they might be going for. This looks like the same team from 2 teams ago. Oh no, wait, that's me. So yeah, it's a different person, but it's the same team. Oh no, it's not the same team. This one has Dark Fina.
Darkness, embrace my foes. Plunge them into despair.
Is my power alone not enough?
What an interesting foe.
Our bonds can become power.
30? Looks like I got 30 AP from that.
Let's dance.
But yeah, this map is so long, there's plenty of time to build up AP. Alright, there's the re-raise again. There's another re-raise.
I will not waver.
And there's a Courage. Dude, there's so many emo. There's so many emo characters in this game. Okay, she's tanking way too well. Hopefully... See, we're going to get a triple hit in, but we're going to be lined up. So that's going to be a problem. Fina doesn't do anything there. Oh, what is he doing? He just lined up for no reason.
Thank you. Here it is.
Keep trying.
Actually, I forgot this map was reaction block rate 100, so... Is that buff on heal still worth it?
Darkness, be my strength.
Alright, she still has a re-raise though, so... That was good damage for sure, but... Stoniga Saver, okay. But that re-raise is still active.
What a pity.
We're not doing super well right now. Man.
I'll show them.
Oh, she's down. I don't think Hyo has it in him to kill 3.
No mercy.
Why did he move up? Oh, there's the Courage. It's too late now. Unless he evades this attack somehow. Yeah. Alright, so that started off a little better, but it kind of got bad. I think that was 3 losses in a row. Yeah, because I was like right near the edge. So 2 and 3. Could have been better, could have been worse. So I'm not too super upset about that. Alright, just wanted to try something different. That was definitely fun. Hopefully this team continues to be fun tomorrow. I'm going to keep using the same team, I think. And we'll see what happens after that. But in any case, this... yeah, just double checking here. But yeah, in any case, I'm going to get out of here. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.